Hi guys! This is where I'm going to answer the questions that you wrote down for me in class. And the first question on the list is, what was my perception of Paraguay before I came here? And it was actually very different than the way Paraguay is. I thought that it would be a little bit colder, and I thought that the cold would last and last and last, like for 3 months. I didn't know that it would get really cold and then hot and then cold. So I brought lots of winter clothes, and I don't have very many things with short sleeves. I also thought that there would be a lot more birds. I read that Paraguay has more birds in this little tiny country than all of North America. So I thought there would be a lot more birds flying around the city. I don't know. Maybe I haven't gone to the right place yet. I also thought you guys would eat lots of beans. I don't know why, but I had been in this country for 10 days when I realized I hadn't had a single bean yet. And I went to the grocery store and desperately searched for cans of beans, which it took me about 30 minutes to find because it was just one little row of beans. Yeah, so I don't know why I thought that, but I thought that people would eat beans here. What else? I thought that men would talk to me more on the street. I've talked to a lot of friends who have traveled and say in Spain or the Dominican Republic and Mexico. I think they give, what are they called? Piropos? I don't know. But yeah, so in Mexico I think they say like, hey, bon bon. I don't know. But the men here are much more respectful and polite than I expected, which is a very nice surprise. And the other thing I expected was I thought that I would stand out as a foreigner more. Like I thought everybody on the street would know that I'm not from this country. But I've found out that people are surprised when they realize that I don't speak Spanish. So that's been quite different too. It's kind of changed the way I walk around the city because I can just kind of blend in with the people rather than everybody watching like, ooh, there's an American. Another thing that surprised me was that you guys have flowers in winter. In the United States, where I live at least, you do not have flowers when it's cold. All of the trees are brown. They lose their leaves. It's pretty ugly. But here, winter is beautiful, and I wasn't expecting that. The last thing that surprised me was how nice everybody is. In the United States, if you stop and ask for directions, people will help you, but they won't really go out of their way to help you. They might say, oh, you can go in that store and ask directions, but they're not going to, take you to the bus stop or wait with you at the bus. They're not going to take you to where the peanut butter is in the aisle of the grocery store. So people here are really, really nice, and that was a wonderful surprise. It makes it a lot easier to travel if people are willing to stop and help you when you're lost. Well, I hope I've answered your questions, and if you have any comments or questions, leave them on the blog and I'll be sure to answer them in writing. Or if you have a really big question, I'll make another video.